Everyone, Fire Princess here. You're watching Let's Play with Fire, and we are doing the Medieval Charter Challenge. Today we are playing the Crane family, who is a merchant. Let's go. Here is Nichol Crane. He's just making some breakfast this morning. It is the spring season, and it's planting celebration day, so he will not have to work today. He won't go into the weekly market. But you'll notice he wants to be married to Ema Martin, who is one of the Almshouse Ladies. Today's plan is we're going to meet Ema Martin over at the church, or we're going to create a wedding group at least, and get all that started because we're going to have a wedding today between them. Just some reminders for Nichol Crane. He is a solo male merchant, so Ema Martin will be his first real family that he has. He also has a cow plant in the back. He is one of the, well, he is the only friend of Layla, Winter Clove, who is our fairy sim. And being a friend of Layla has its perks, like being able to go to her supernatural garden, which is where he got his cow plant. Side note, I noticed he wanted to make Alan a zombie. Alan is the Alan Darkland who's passed away recently. He doesn't have access to anything that would make someone a zombie, including the supernatural garden. There's just nothing there that would count for that. So I'm not too sure how we could make that work. He is totally a sim I could see that working with. He's a supernatural fan, and dramatic and inappropriate, and just I could totally see him being someone that makes zombies, but right now he doesn't really have a way to do that, so we'll keep it in mind, but we're not gonna worry too much about it right now. Anyway, so I'm gonna have him withdraw some funds from the bank here, just so he has all of his money, and let's go ahead and go to the church lot so we can get this marriage started. So all the Sims have made it onto the lot. I decided to invite Layla just because she is Nichol's friend, so she would be a part of this. Traditionally, weddings for medieval times were thrown right in front of the church. Let's watch here. Nope, we don't want his head. I might pause to take pictures, so bear with me. They're just a little sideways. She's like, I'm marrying rich. He's got a whole 700 simoleons. Aww. Alright, let me get a picture. Okay. Yay! Holy cow, she brought some money. 1,400. Look at all the Sims that were here. So they're having a super outing now with that wedding. I love all the people that come to the church lot that kind of join in on the wedding. It's fun. I'm just gonna kind of let him decide what he wants to do. Talk with Bryce. I do think we'll keep the money that Emma brought in because it wasn't very much. It was only like 1,400 simoleons, and I think she would have something. Like she wouldn't just come in with nothing, you know. So, oh my gosh, he's gonna right after his wedding, he's gonna flirt suggestively with Layla. What? Oh, they're both mad about that too. Look at that. Nichol is now crushing on her. Okay, well, Nichol, you're a lovely individual. He only just got married to Emma, and now he's crushing on Layla. That's nice. Did I mention he was inappropriate? Alright, let's see what, did she, I don't think she saw anything. She wouldn't have seen anything because she was inside. But, let's see, you'll notice. Oh, they weren't mad about it. I thought maybe the minus was because they were mad at Nichol for that. But he's still 120 with them, which is where he was before. Let's go have them cut the cake before he gets any more flirting in with Layla. Oh, sweet, we just found what Emma's hobby is. Also, a reminder for Nichol Crane and his inappropriateness. He is going to make Ema stay in her formal wear. That's like his thing with her, because one of his turn-ons is formal wear. So for her, he's gonna make it so that she has to wear formal wear. Like, that's just his stipulation. Like, if you're gonna marry me, you have to wear formal wear all the time. And she was like, sure, I guess. That's, you know, not really thinking about it because she's blinded by being in love with Nichol. So I just switched to Ema to see just more information about her so we could look at her. And the only thing she wants right now is a baby, and all Nichol thought about was Layla. So, oh, Nichol is a character. Let's look at her traits really fast. Ooh, and she's got quite a bit of stuff that she's bought, so that'll be useful with the stocking the fridge. Anyway, so she's unstable, ambitious, eccentric, so actually that works really well with her being into tinkering, absent-minded, so I have a feeling she's going to be somewhat oblivious to Nichol's ways and his criminal side that he has, and irresistible. Oh, and I randomized her skills, so she is a little bit of cooking, only one mechanical, and just kind of like halfway through the rest of the skills. And then let's see what else. It doesn't look like she has any real relationship with anything else or with anyone else. She does actually seem somewhat close to Tiffany Ellington, who is an enemy to Nichol here. I can't believe I'm still getting over the fact that he went straight to Layla after getting married, so you know. I kind of want to let him do what he wants to do. Oh, he wants to play chess, okay. I was like, he can go to Layla if he wants, ruin his wedding 2 seconds after it started, but I'll leave that up to him. They want to go on vacation, but I don't have a vacation world set up with Sapbury. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that. Alright, well, it looks like this is winding down. We're gonna probably just end the outing now. We had our drama for the day with this one, and we'll go to wedding night shenanigans and see if Ema gets her want for a baby. I can't hear my game music, so it'll be a surprise for me and probably you, because I don't think my game music is playing, so. Let's see what we get. I might actually have them just straight up try for a baby because Ema wants one. That's usually what I'll do, is if the female wants one, the female sim wants a baby, then I don't mind if they try for a baby. If the male wants one, then it's just risky woohoo still because he's not the one having the baby. It is officially a work day, so they are going to head over to the weekly market lot. But I wanted to talk to you guys and let you know. Oh, I need to use water buckets here. Hold on. I wanted to let you guys know that I rolled for the the activity within the One True Hobby for Ema, and I actually got coaxing the beast at the weekly market. So that's one of the like bison at the weekly market. If you coax the beast, it builds tinkering, and so that's like what she likes to do, which actually works out perfect, seeing as she is she's gonna be at the weekly market helping Nichol Crane with the business. So that actually worked out super well. I'm gonna plant some like plum upkeep plants there just because they are a grocery store. I feel like they should start planting in that little area that they have. I'm having a hard time thinking of words. Let's just roll the random occurrence scenario. Okay, so there are 7 categories, and let's see which one we get. 7. Alright, 7's miscellaneous, and there's only 4 sections in that, so let's roll a d4. 1. Crown reclaims land. Household has 24 hours to move to a new lot which they can afford. May take any objects you wish in the Sim's inventory. Oh my gosh. Thanks, royalty. Oh my gosh, they took their land back and he has to move. Okay, well, shoot. I guess they'll prepare for that after the workday. Ouch. Poor Emma and Nichol have to leave now. Alright, well, they don't have to leave right now. They have 24 hours. But I think what they'll do is they're going to go to a community lot or they're going to go to their work, obviously. And then at the end of the day, they're going to have to find a house to move into. Okay, so Nichol and Emma just showed up onto the lot. Whoa, jump around a little bit. They're both here. If you notice, I just did some rearranging. They needed a rank up item because I forgot to get them one last time that they had their rank up, so I decided to change up the little canopy thing that they had here so we can actually see a little easier. The other one was just like too much and it was hard to see and it was a pain. So we moved that one. It's a little bit smaller. Should hopefully be a little easier to deal with. And then I actually put, they are growing plants. They're plants here to add to the weekly market. So I'm wanting them to be a little bit more just like they're creating their own stock. I know I'm pretty sure I've said before that I didn't want to sell the stock that they have at home or anything, but they are collecting more than they're able to use. You'll notice I'm starting to convert this garden area into an actual garden. So we're gonna start taking care of these. These are plum bob keep plants, so they're a little different. It's more just water and tending them every day. And they should give us product every 48 hours or so. So it might be a little bit slow at first. But that way their weekly market is more just like this looks so much better. Like we have actual groceries to sell instead of just like sacks. Now hopefully we'll get some customers. I don't know why everyone's being slow today. Oh, and let me show you. So these are the bison that Emma is going to be interested in. And since no one's actually on the lot right now to buy, I'm going to have them coax the beast here. So this is her thing that she likes to do. She likes to talk with the bison and just kind of care for them here. And that will help with her tinkering, one true hobby. And I actually think that kind of means she'll take over some of the caring for the cow plant that Nichol does with like feeding them the meat, because her liking the bison and she's a secondary family, like I feel like she's a caring person and an animal lover type thing. So that's weird. Okay, hold on. Okay, I brought them back on lot. Hopefully we have a better luck this time. There was some issues with the newspaper on the toilet, but at least we're getting customers this time. We weren't even getting customers before. I don't know what happened. Oh, look who it is. It's Philibert. Okay, this is actually perfect because we owe him money. Okay, I'm gonna try, let's see, let's give 100 to Philibert because we owe him for the tree fund. Philibert. We'll go ahead and hand him that. And then let's get to helping some of these customers. They're gonna work a bit late today just because of the little bit of an error we had in the morning with the glitch, so. Holy crap, there's such a line. Wow, it is a downpour, what the heck. Okay, I may not want Emma on the register. I know, Alan, you're starting to get the end of your patience here. I'm worried they're gonna lose a rank with Emma at the register. I feel like Nichol's just throwing Emma into the fire here. He's like, alright, you handle all the register stuff, and I'm just gonna have some lunch, restock things, do some planting. Oh shoot, Andrea's upset. Sorry, Andrea. Alright, I think they're gonna trade here because she's actually pretty hungry too. And then they might actually close business pretty soon, so I'll probably just see you guys in the morning. They're doing it! They're gonna try! She wants to. I want them to have a baby. It's happening. Okay, we've made it to Saturday. They're gonna have another work day today. Hopefully this one goes much better than the last one. As far as glitchiness on their lot, holy cow. But they're just, they're gonna do some need things. And then let's just go ahead and jump to their workday. She is not in her formal wear. She needs to change. There we go. By the way, she's gained some weight. Yep, that's from a pregnancy mod. When they're pregnant, they start to gain weight first. And then they start showing baby bumps. I have a feeling the next few rank ups that we have are going to be all just replacing these like fake plans with real ones that we can use. And these are seasonal plans, so that is definitely going to have an effect on their ability for what they can sell and how much they can sell each season. I'm having Nichol do all the watering because he has a green thumb. Oh, and thank you, Mike, for the recommendation on the no complaining, or less complaining, I should say, from customers, because like dishes and stuff, unless they start sinking, the customers will ignore them. And like beds that are unmade, customers are going to ignore them, so that's going to be way better. Well, I'm glad we have Emma's help now because it's crazy the amount of customers we get with a rank 6 business. This is the highest business I've ever had. I usually don't have much luck with businesses. So. What are you doing, Philbert? He's just standing behind Nichol. You're being weird. Oh, there's Arthur. Is he actually stopping by? Oh, good. We'll have Nichol talk to him. Because Arthur looks up to Nichol. He doesn't know about his darker side where he's super controlling and flirts with people that aren't his wife. And tax evasion. But, you know, Arthur likes the side that he sees. Oh, she wants to give a back rub to Nichol. She's too good for him. Poor Emma. Alright, they're gonna end their business a little early today because Nichol wants to go out with Bryce to the sports field. Since he likes soccer, he wants to go play some soccer with Bryce, so let's go jump to that. Oh, Nichol actually thought of Emma. He showed up on the lot with Bryce and now he just wants to talk with Emma. That's kind of sweet of him. He never thinks of her. Let's do some soccer. Play with Bryce. I wonder if Bryce is any good at soccer. I think this is the first time he's ever played. Oh no, why'd they stop? Play with Bryce. Oh my gosh. Alright, I rearranged where the goal was, so let's see if that helps at all. Oh, he's too hungry. Well, at least I know it wasn't the goal, so it was just him being hungry. While Nichol's out with Bryce for the little guys' night, Emma is here just doing some cleaning around the house, getting some toilets unclogged. But they actually need to prepare to get moving since the random occurrence scenario was the crown taking back their land. So she's gonna start just kind of getting things together. She's gonna start putting things just in her inventory that they are gonna carry with them basically to the new house. And we need to find a new house for them. Okay, so the Cranes just got all set up and moved into the new house that they had to buy. They were just able to afford it with some money to have left on the side. So here it is. It is definitely a house that I found and did not make. I will leave a comment for where I got the house so you guys can get it too if you want. But the outside looks like this. I thought it looked pretty ambitious and maybe a little villainous for a sim like Nichol Crane. Here is the bathroom with the visitor controller in it. So here's their bedroom, nothing super exciting about it. They don't have enough to really upgrade too much. The study area with their chest, a little sitting area for guests and food, as well as a kitchen. We can come down here and we see that the cow plant is hidden away in this little side room under the house, or on the lower end of the house. So he's hiding his cow plant there, which is much more hidden than the stables he had, so it's probably better they moved. And then up here is his garden. So he still has the same plants as before. He'll go ahead and harvest all those today, and he'll eventually grow his garden more, but for now he's got the garden at the weekly market, so he's not too concerned to have like a big garden at home. They're loving their new house so far, and there's room for a baby now, since Emma's certainly pregnant. And I don't know how to change the days left in the spring, so I just know that we had about 2 days left. We had today, tomorrow, and then tax day. So I'm just gonna have to remember, and then I'll change it to summer once it's supposed to actually be summer. If anyone knows how to change the days left in the season, that would be cool, just so I can actually do that in the future. But for now, we'll just keep track, and then let's meet you guys at the weekly market. Alright, they made it onto the lot here. They both want to slow dance, so I'm just gonna have them slow dance real fast. Get that want out of the way. He's been wanting to interact more with Emma, so maybe the more he's living with her, the more he's getting used to having her around, although he always thinks of Layla. Uh-oh, I feel like she's about to throw it. No, don't throw it. Emma's trying, she's trying. Yes, guys, we made to rank 7. Oh, good, good, good. So that means we can get some more Plum Bob Keep plants to put in the community garden, since for a little while that's what we're going for anyway. Let's see, so we already got all of the wholesale, which is great. I think we're just gonna keep going up the cash tree, because he's gonna need all the money he can get if he's gonna tax evade and potentially get fined. So we could probably use the help with extra cash. Nice, 3,000 simoleons with that. Woo. Okay, so I've added a couple more things. We have probably one more rank up to get this back row out of the way, but we have Witch Hazel added, so that's going to be really good for any healers we have, which we still need to figure out who the new healer is going to be. I actually kind of like Emma for that, because she seems to be a very caring individual. I know she's a bit unstable, but I don't know. Her traits don't really fit with it, but her one true hobby with the bison works, and family. She knows how to make the nettle soup. So we're going to keep her in mind. I'm not sold on her being the healer yet, but she's an option. And then I put some sunflowers down too. It's not really like a food or anything, but it'd be a nice gift to give someone. She's so sweet. She stopped in her cleanup. She's like, hey, Nichol, you're attractive, and then keeps walking. Oh, sweet. He's got a gold register badge now. Oh, yes, that's gonna be so helpful with all of these customers. Okay, so once he finishes restocking, I'm gonna go ahead and have them head home. He is gonna end up heading back out. He needs to visit Layla and her supernatural garden. So we'll see what kind of goodies he gets there. Okay, so Nichol is just showing up on the supernatural garden lot. He needs to view Lady Nature here. That's part of being on the lot. You have to respect nature. And pardon the wardrobe change. I had to finish recording on a different day. Alright, so part of what we're going to do is we're going to see what plant you can grab. Oh, and by the way, so the beginning of this episode I was using the Plum Bob, not Plum Bob, the little speech replacement bubbles. by Eddie Sims, and then Simboard came out with a more medieval version of that. So I'm starting to use that one instead, since that fits a little better in the game. Let's go ahead and roll and see what plant Nichol is going to get today. We have 1, 2, 3, 5 different plants. So we're gonna roll a d6. 1. Okay, so he's getting more cow plants. We're really gonna have to figure out what he's gonna do with these cow plants, because now he's gonna have a bunch extra. He has the one he can use at home, but I don't know what to do with the extra supply. If you guys have any recommendations or ideas, let me know in the comments, because I want him to do something with it. I don't want to directly sell it, because then just a bunch of people are gonna have cow plants. I want it to be more like on the down low, like some sort of like black market thing where certain Sims want to have it and they know that he has the connection to get it type thing. Oop. Okay, so he's got his cow plant. I was gonna see if he would do anything with Layla here, but he's just complaining at her more than he is anything else. So I'll just see you guys in the morning. He's pretty hungry, so he needs to head home. Emma's sleeping in a little bit just because she had to wake up in the night to eat, and she got her baby bump, so she has her first baby bump. So Nichol's gonna finish getting ready. Emma will wake up, get herself together here a little bit as well, and let's just meet on the weekly market. Starting their last sales for the round. Now, a reminder, so Nichol likes to evade taxes, and one way that I do that is I have him restock as many things as possible on the last day, so that everything's as stocked as it possibly can be, and there's as much money used as possible. So when we go to calculate the tax amount that's due, the amount will be less because he's like stocked as much as he possibly can on his last day. I was thinking on the random occurrence scenario that we got for Nichol, and I think the fact that the crown has now taken away his original land, his original house, and forced him to move into a new place is just gonna fuel the fire in him, and that like the resentment that he has for the crown, and like he was already leaning towards a more criminal like path, and that just really pushed him even more along that direction of life, because he is, you know, he's been screwed over by the crown. He's had to sell the house that he grew up in to satisfy a random crown desire. So it's frustrating for him and very highly motivating to have him continue being the criminal that he is, and maybe even more so. I love that the customers help with the garden. It creates that community garden feel. Alright, Nichol wants to entertain Emma here, so we'll wait for her to finish stocking that. She looks so huge with this outfit. Oh my gosh. Aw, he's like, your business has been so entertaining. That was sweet, sire. Emma, oh my gosh, he never lets her do anything. Why don't you flirt? I think this marriage is a bit of a sham. Poor Emma. Okay, he let her hold hands. He's like, don't kiss me, but we can hold hands. Oh, he wants a classic dance with her. Okay. Man, Nichol's a little picky with that stuff. I don't know. He's like, don't kiss me, but also we can hold hands. She just keeps trying to kiss. Well, let's do something that he wants to do. He wants to classic dance. Oh, I feel so bad for Emma. Look at her face. Oh, Emma. I know. I don't know why. He's just not a touchy-feely person, I guess. I don't know. Alright, why don't you guys classic dance? He wants to classic dance with you. Oh, you guys actually have a customer, so we have to stop the lovey-dovey. Quit with the romantics. Or I guess slightly less than romantics, because it's not working very well. Emma's gonna restock everything as much as she can. Unfortunately, they don't have too much to make this any less than normal. I'm not sure what I want to do, because at this point he's not really evaded taxes, because there's not really a lot to evade with what he's done. And so I kind of don't want to roll for tax evasion because he hasn't with any restocking. But I think what we'll do so that we can do the tax evasion roll, because I do think that's fun and that's part of Nichol's character, is we're going to add some more shelves and we're going to add some more grocery stuff. So I know it's not technically like a rank up, but I think Nichol would definitely do that just to try and minimize what he has to pay for taxes. So let me buy a few things to add on to their business. Okay, so I've added a few more things. There's some like bread, there's another sack, and then this like statue thing for sale. I figure that's just something that decorative, something that they have that they can sell. And that's about all that I could really come up with for them to sell to try and evade some taxes. It got it down a little bit how much they've made, but they're still gonna just owe a ton of money for their stuff, but at least they can try and evade some of their taxes. But anyway, they're gonna head home because I'm pretty sure Emma's gonna starve here in a second, so let's go ahead and go home before that happens. Oh my gosh, he wants to talk to Layla. Okay, well, Nichol's gonna call Layla. Actually, let's have him eat first and then he'll talk to Layla. Oh, sure, now you're attracted to her. Look at this, she's about to die. One thing, if your pregnant Sims are ever this hungry and this tired, it's not a good thing. But one thing you can do to try and get their hunger up is just have them eat snacks. I'm sure most of you know this, but just in case you don't, it helps so that they at least have something in their system before they go to sleep. And if they ate a normal meal, like they do have leftover meals that would fill her up a lot better in the fridge, but she's way too tired to be able to eat any of that. She just fall asleep in her plate, so, and she's barely even finishing her snacks. I did want Nichol and Emma to have a date today just to try and boost their relationship a little more because I feel so bad for Emma, and they both want to do a date. Well, they did. Oh my god, he wants. Okay, I'm gonna lock in inside joke with her and maybe he can invite her over one of these times, but for now Emma's needs are just too terrible for me to really do much of a date between her and Nichol, so they're just gonna have to take a rain check for next time, and in the meantime he'll just be thinking of Layla. Oh my gosh. That baby belly. So he's gonna feed the cow plant. I'm gonna just be working on Emma's hunger so that she doesn't die. A little worried about her right now because the hunger energy, like, that's a bad place to be in with a pregnancy. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow is tax day, so let's jump ahead to that. Emma's in a much better place this morning. She was able to get enough hunger in that she could get a solid amount of sleep, and now she's just gonna eat those broiled salmon that Nichol made earlier to top off her hunger, so she should be out of the danger zone now. In the meantime, while she's eating, I was going to go over what the merchants owe, since it's a little too early to do taxes. But as a merchant, they owe 20% income tax, $2,000 in rent, a 10% tithe, and their marriage license is 100 simoleons. And I also wanted to have them owe an extra 100 because it took them longer than 24 hours to vacate their old house. They had a time window of getting out of the house for the random occurrence scenario for 24 hours after the Crown told them, and they waited 48 hours. So they are gonna pay an extra 100 to the Crown just because they were slow at moving all their stuff into a new place and like finding a new place, which is so unfair, but it's just that resentment to the Crown is just building and building and building in Nichol. So while they finish up their needs and we wait to send some money over for taxes, I just wanted to inform you guys, I want to change how we do the challenge a little bit. So instead of hitting certain milestones and then that unlocks everything, I want to switch it so that we are paying for each of the buildings at the price that it's listed at. So like the next milestone will be 80,000 simoleons. But instead of just we hit 80,000 and we unlock a bunch of stuff, it's gonna be each building at the 80,000 simoleon level. We're gonna need to have a town treasury of 80,000 to pay for that building. Does that make sense? I'm doing this because I feel like we're moving super quickly through the challenge just by hitting each of the milestones and unlocking things. Like there's a lot of stuff that I've unlocked that we just haven't really been able to play around with because we don't have any Sims that are around or able to manage that building or own that building. I feel like we need to slow down the challenge a bit. Like we haven't even had our first babies. We're only just now getting pregnancies, and we'll see how it works. We'll see if it's like super impossible or if it's just slows it down way too much maybe. But I do want to try and switch to that so that we have time to actually get a town built up and have more Sims in that town and able to cover each of the positions that are open. And hopefully it'll still be fun and entertaining for you guys to see that. I really need it to be slowed down a lot more. And I might figure out certain ways to add more families in. So like if we're buying each of the buildings, maybe each time we buy a building, we unlock another family rank somewhere. I have to think more on that so that we have more families introduced and more people to take certain positions and that kind of thing. And to just grow the town in general. We're at the paying tax section, so I want to see some, I had a commenter recommend that we can actually use the send on the wallet controller instead of give, so that we don't have to have the treasurer here, which is fine. So I'm gonna see if, or like just see how that works. The Cranes owe 3,600 simoleons, so let's have them pay that. So there's 1,000. Okay, so the Crown just got their 3,600, and now we need to see if they are gonna bust Nichol for evading taxes. For the tax evasion, what I do is anything greater than 3, he evades. Anything 3 or less, he is busted. He's already been busted once, if you remember, so this would be his second offense if he's busted. Hopefully he's not, because this time around, if he's busted, he owes another 1,000 simoleons, 500 to court fees, and a couple days in jail. So we're really hoping that he doesn't end up in jail. So I'm gonna roll a d10 just so we have each of them. Oh no, Nichol was busted. How unlucky, holy cow. He's got literally a 70% chance to evade, and he still has been busted the last couple rounds. Okay, so now he owes 2 days in jail, so we're gonna make a note of that, so that next round he is gonna have to go to jail, and poor Emma's gonna be pregnant and trying to run this high-end business all by her lonesome. We'll pay the $1,000 now to the royal treasurer, and he'll still owe 500 in court fees. And the court fees, I've decided, are actually going to go straight to the military barracks instead of the treasury because they're the ones who are handling the care. Let's pay the 1,000. Okay, there's the extra 1,000. And the 500 we'll pay next time to the military barracks. And his jail time he'll serve the first couple of days of his next round. But On that lovely note, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week.